Alright, in this video we're going to demonstrate a one-row buttonhole, horizontal buttonhole. So this is the kind of buttonhole you'll do after you've already picked up stitches for a button band along the edge of a cardigan front or a situation like that. So we're going to work as though we're at a spot on our edge there where we're going to do our next buttonhole. So we're going to start right here. So this first step is we're going to bring the yarn forward to the front of the work. Then slip one stitch and then bring the yarn back. So that's essentially, we've wrapped that first stitch. The next step is slip the next stitch to the right hand needle and pass the first stitch over top of it. So we've just slipped and passed over one stitch, and we're going to repeat that last slip and pass over step as many times as we need to get the size of the buttonhole that we want. In this case, we're going to aim for a 5-stitch buttonhole, and since we've done that once, we need to repeat the slip and pass over step 4 more times. So let's do it a second time, slip and pass over, third time, slip, pass over, whoop, fourth time, slip and pass over, and a fifth time, slip and pass over. You can give that bit of yarn a tug if you want to keep your row steady. So that gives you a nice bound off edge there for your buttonhole. It's very secure. Slip that last stitch back to the left hand needle and then turn the work. We're going to finish off that buttonhole so that it has 2 sides and we can keep our row intact because we've just lost 5 stitches. We're going to put them back by casting on one more stitch than the number of stitches that we lost. So we did a 5-stitch buttonhole, and that means we're going to want 6 stitches cast on. We'll do a knitted cast on to start, like that, knit it into that first stitch, and then we'll do the rest with the cabled cast on, coming through the gap between those 2 stitches. So that's going to be our second stitch. And then our third stitch here, our fourth stitch, whoops, fourth stitch, and then our 5th stitch, but we want one more than the number of stitches that we got rid of on the first buttonhole step, so we're going to do a 6th one. Okay, so there's our new stitches. Now we're going to turn the work again and do one final step to finish that off. We're going to get rid of that extra stitch by closing that gap. Over here we're going to slip that last stitch back onto the right hand needle and then pass over the extra stitch from our cast on. And you can pull that a little bit snug if you want to as well. So there you go. That's our one-row buttonhole. Here it's over 5 stitches. So it's a horizontal one-row buttonhole. And we've kept the same number of stitches intact all the way along the rows, so that when we need to finish our button band, it'll be all nice and even. So there you go. Thanks for watching.